Hi. I totally forget what chapter this is, so I'm not even going to say one, because I'll say the wrong one. Okay, welcome, bottom of the bounce. Bouncers? Hi, my bouncers. Hi, my bouncy people. Whatever. So I told you guys that I'm a little weird towards the end of the year because I'm preparing for the new year. So I'm going to try to describe some of what I do. I'm a big believer in manifesting. I'm a big believer in, I told you guys before, Miracle Morning. I believe it. I believe in meditating and movement and reading and visualizing. And I will say this year, I got off all of that. I stopped doing it. I just got overwhelmed, right? It was just, this year was too much, and that happens, and that's okay. And what the heck is going on here? So now it's December, and now it's time to get back to that, right? Like, we're about to start a new year. It is about to be winter solstice. And I only bring that up because, yes, I know all of the other holidays and merry, happy, everything, whatever you celebrate, have the greatest one. However, in that also is winter solstice. It is what it is. It's going to be on the 21st this year. So what I have done, and actually it's over there, so I can't show you, but I can show you that, taking a shell, and I wrote a letter. Well, this is the Palo Santo to make it go away. Those are the ashes to the letter that I wrote to 2025. And you can only imagine what it said to that year. Yep. The double back flip to it. So I wrote it a letter. Like, you know what? But here's the good stuff that came out of it. Here's the crap that I am releasing. Here's what I'm letting go. Here's what I didn't appreciate. And I lit it on fire outside, because I am not keeping that energy inside my house. I let it go outside. I'm sorry. I just noticed the clouds, and they're absolutely beautiful. Squirrel. I let it go outside, burned it at sunrise. Whew. Go away 2025. And then I really focused in, meditated, just really thought about like what are my goals for this year? And a year's a really long time. So I've decided I chose a different deadline. Instead of the whole year, I chose a different deadline. By this date, what do I want things to look like? What do I want my part of life? Obviously, I can't change a lot of things in my life. I cannot, I'm going to have to go with the flow when it comes to my husband's health. Is he getting a transplant? Is he not? Is he in the hospital? Is he home? Does he feel well? Does he not? These are things that are just day by day, right? Am I getting off work at 7, driving, here, and at 8:30, I get here and grab a snack and run up to the hospital, because it's been like that recently. And it just is what it is. I mean, not his fault, not anybody's fault. It's not a fault. It's a thing. It is life. I can't change that. I know that. So I'm not talking about the things that I can't change. Talking about the things that I can change, the things that I want to change, the things that I want to plan on changing and I want to implement. Along with some of the things that I just hope happen. You know what? I want to be healthy in 2026. I want Rich to be healthy. I want the whole family to be healthy. Of course I want those things. And so it gets written on a piece of paper. It's going to be, what? Do I want all the bills paid? Going to get written on a piece of paper. Do I want my studio to be built? Going to get written on a piece of paper. Do I want, I don't know, to win the ding dang lottery? I don't know. I'm going to win the lottery. I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to lose all the weight that I've gained. Like, you take whatever it is that you want. You know what? It can be like that. It can be very specific. It can be like as specific as you want, right? And you're going to write one thing on each piece of paper. I did 11 of them this year because I will burn one every morning. I'm not looking. They're folded up. I don't know what I'm drawing out of the little bucket, but I draw it out. And I'm just like, whatever I'm holding, I don't know what it says. If this is the one where I'm going to lose 20 pounds, or if this is the one where I'm going to win the lottery, or if this is the one that I'm whatever, I'm going to be super healthy. That Rich is going to get a kidney transplant. That I don't know what I'm holding here, but I'm just going to meditate on this because I know this is something that I want. And since I drew it, I'm about to set it on fire. Because I'm going to send it into the universe. I'm just going to, you know what? This one goes into the universe. And I've got sage and I have Palo Santo. I have all of the things going. So it's all of the good energy to go with it. It's going into the universe. That's the universe's, this goes out to you. If you think of it as this is my prayer. This is my, like, whatever language, right? Like I'm not segregating faiths and languages and stuff. This is just something, you know what? You're going to give it over to God. You're going to give it to the universe. You're going to give it however you would like to speak it is beautiful. But you're going to do that. That one's gone. Wherever it is. You know what? I sent it to Mars or Jupiter. I sent it to Uranus. No. You're going to send it away. And the next day, you're going to draw one, same thing, send it away. And you're going to do that for the rest of the year. And the reason I did 11 is because on the first day of 2026, there's one left. And that one I don't set on fire. I draw that one and open it. And that's the one I'm in charge of. The other 10, go. They're out of my hands. I'm going to do everything in my ability to make them happen. It's not like I'm gonna send that I want to win the lottery. That is not one of mine, by the way. It's just an example. But I'm gonna win the lottery and then I don't buy a lottery ticket. I still have to buy the lottery tickets if I want to win the lottery, right? You hope it happens, but you also have to create the happening, right? So by saying I send it into the universe, it's not like I'm manifesting it and sitting here and waiting for it to land on my head. That is not how that works, by the way. So I send them off. And the one that I open is up to me. That one's completely up to me. That's the one I know I have to make happen. I will say I did this last year also. And everything that I sent into the universe did not happen. The one that was up to me did. So, I also am not quite sure what I wrote down last year. I only remember the one that I was in charge of, and that happened. The one that I wrote down, at the time of writing what I wanted for this year, if you remember back from earlier podcasts, or early podcasts, whatever, videos, all of my stuff was locked up that December. Last December, this time last year, my studio was locked. The locks were changed. Hello, Shakespeare. They changed the locks. And I didn't know if I was going to get my stuff. I didn't know what was going to happen because I couldn't see into the future. So the one that I actually did not send into the universe was get my shit back, get my stuff out of my studio, have my stuff again. And that one happened. I got my stuff. And as you know from the last one, now I have it all here and actually out of storage. So now I remember what I have again because it's everywhere. While I organize and give away and sell and do what I do, right? So that was my last year's what I was in charge of. So I will be honest that I keep saying nothing else happened unless I was in charge of it. But to be perfectly honest, I don't remember everything I wrote down because I just wrote it and then I burned it and I did it. So this year I actually wrote down what I was writing down and I then wrote them on the pieces of paper. So once I will know, I will have a variable taken care of on this experiment at this point. So that's cool. The other thing, kind of fun, if you use ChatGPT and you have it really honed in on you. Why do I keep saying honed so much? I feel like I use that term a lot. I need to find a synonym for honed. What's a synonym for honed, Mikey? My cousin Mikey watches these, and he's a genius, and a linguist and a writer, and probably dies a million deaths listening to me speak like a surfer. But I really focus in on what was I even saying now? But if you have ChatGPT focused in on your personality, on what you're doing, on your branding, if you have taken Kira Derryberry's ChatGPT classes, I know she could teach you all about this. If you want to know about those, I'll tell you. But if ChatGPT knows you, ask it, what could be my top 20 goals for 2026? I did it. And in all fairness, it brought up some that I was like, oh my God, yeah, that. There was, a couple that I was like, nah, let's take care of it. It's not my top 10. All right. It was cool that you put it there, but that's not one of the biggest goals. Some of them kind of made me like, oh, you know what? I was thinking this, but it said it this way, and now I'm going to do that. Which is, I swear I get a spam call every time I talk to you guys. Nope. Again, nope. Anyways, it's kind of fun. I'm not saying let AI decide your goals, because my God, no. But it's fun. It's it's a different perspective. It would be like, not comparing my husband to ChatGPT, or a friend or something like, hey, I have told you all my things and you have all of this memory. What do you think? And even if it was your best friend that would be like, oh, I think winning the lottery would be your top priority. Okay, then you can be like, yeah, you know what? I forgot I talked about that all the time. Or you can be like, but do I want fake cousins showing up from all over the world wanting to borrow some money? Or do I just want a successful business, right? Because you can think it through. But that is one of the things that I do when I am getting ready. I reflect. I write a letter to the past year. I burn that shit outside. I don't even want the goals in here. I want that year to be gone. And then I am going to, one by one, really, really put energy into each one before you set it on fire, and just enjoy that, right? Like, really take the time to decide, this is what I really did not appreciate about this year, that I don't want to keep happening. These are the things that I'm changing because I don't want those things to keep happening, right? It's a definite thing for me. I will tell you something else that I also need to get back to doing. I did it until I got this job, and then every bit of my time, I feel like I don't even know what happened to it. But the 12-week year. And I think I told you guys about that earlier. I'm not sure. But basically, instead of planning for a whole stinking year, you're planning for 12 weeks at a time, each week being like a month, right? And then the 13th week, you take a break from all your goals. You reformulate that next set of goals. But instead of being like, by 2027, I'm going to win the lottery, you say, you know what, in 12 weeks, I'm going to do it. So I'm going to buy a lottery ticket each week, or I'm going to do it each day, or I'm going to buy one and hope it happens, whatever it is, if that's your goal. If it's, I want to have a successful business, then you get to break down for those 12 weeks. Are you going to go to a networking group? Are you going to post 3 times a day? Are you going to partner up with businesses? Are you going to send an email campaign? What is it that you're going to do? and how often you're going to do that. Are you going to do that every day instead of buy a lottery ticket? Are you going to run an ad, or are you going to buy the lottery ticket? Whatever the heck, right? Like, you plan out your 12 weeks. Also, this is important with 12-week year. This is very important, which is also something I need to get back to, because this is the part that I let go. And then everything fell apart on the 12-week year. After that, get your accountability group, where once a week you get on a Zoom, and it takes like 20 minutes max, because you're going to say, these were my goals and this is what I achieved, and these are my goals for this week. This is why I set, this is what I did, and this is what I'm planning. And it's just week by week, and it keeps you accountable. Have the accountability call. Just do it. It doesn't take long, and you may have to do it at the butt crack of dawn to fit it into your day. I get it. Or when you get home and you're tired and you don't want to talk to anybody. Tough. You got goals. You have goals to hit, right? So you're just going to do that. So those are my little end of year. That's my little pep talk. It's going to probably get cooler than that and more fun than that, because I really, really, really love planning for a new year and reflecting on the old year. It brings me joy. I don't know how much of it I'm going to do, because I'm still getting rid of the hoarder situation from the storage unit. Which is fine, because at least I don't have a storage unit. Okay, so on that note, I'm going to let you guys go. So that's your homework on this one, I guess. This one, just kind of start thinking about, what did you love? What did you not love from this year? What are you going to love about next year? Am I right? Let's love all the things. Love you guys. Mwah! Still haven't painted the thing.